Why do you know 3% won't work? That's a good question, Alana. Maybe 3%. Okay, so let's look at 3%. Let's look at that. 3% of 316 is roughly $3. I like to do rough estimates because you don't have to do this precisely. So that's 1%. So multiply that by three, that's $9. So you go to strike at 325. If you go to strike at 325, you're gonna get $1.32 per share. $1.32 per share. So if you had 10 of these contracts and you did a 3% rule, you could make roughly 1,000. Right now, you could do this tomorrow. You can make $1,320 a week. That's still not terrible. That's still not bad. In fact, let's do that. Let's do the more conservative approach, right? So let's say you sell 10 calls with a strike of 325. Let's say you just follow the 3% rule. I was guessing that it wouldn't work, but actually maybe it's not as terrible as I think. I don't know. Boy, stop being a pessimist. All right, so your expiration date is June 20th. So your income there will be $1.32 per share. I said per contract up here. I meant to say per share. Sorry about that. Or $1,320 per week. And the truth of the matter is that gold is a pretty stable investment. Gold really isn't typically going to just crash out on you. But if you did want to protect the downside, the put options on gold are not that expensive because gold is a pretty conservative kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, if you're sitting on, let's say that you're sitting on some money and you can, you can buy, you can put up say half of this, half of the 348, I guess is which is like 180, 190, 200K. And you can put the 200K in, buy 1,100 shares of gold, or the of GLD. GLD is the gold I share silver gold I shares gold trust. That's what it is. Sorry, it's an ETF. So you're buying 1,100 shares of that. You're selling 10 of the contracts, not 11, because if you sell 11, then you're selling out. That means if the price of gold spikes, that means if the Israelis and the Iranians get extra wild and something crazy happens, then you're going to miss out on the economic benefit. Hopefully, whatever they do that's crazy isn't too crazy because we're talking about some serious stuff with nuclear war and everything else. But also, yeah, but here generally, your gold could become a nice conservative income generating asset if you took this top approach and you're talking about 2,500 a week, that's $10,000 a month. Again, that's so much better than real estate. You're not going to buy a property for 348 and make $10,000 a month after expenses with no work required. That's completely liquid, where you could sell it in 30 seconds. There's no real estate deal on earth that you could do that with, that I know about. And so this is an easy play. This is something you could do tomorrow and make money tomorrow. And so I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, I want everybody to know as well. If you are new and this does not make sense to you, there is a training in there called Prime 101. And if you either need a refresher or you don't understand what's going on, this terminology is a little over your head, that's okay. Just go look at Prime 101. It'll take you an hour. You'll be caught up. You'll be ready to dive right in and start making the money, okay? Because I know some of you are brand new. Some of you came from Lamar Tyler's group, Traffic Sales and Profit. I love Lamar Tyler a lot. I love what they're doing. It's what Lamar Tyler does and what the Black Business School does is better than an MBA program. It's better than an undergraduate degree because basically you're introduced to things that actually work, functional things that actually make money, as opposed to theory that can help you get a job. I was talking to a young lady that's 21 years old who has a nail and lashes business. And she was asking if she should go back to school. I said, no, you should go to, here's something in the Black Business School you should do. And then also, I wanted to see if I can get you into Lamar Tyler's group so you can learn from people that are actually making money. In the Black Business School, we have people that are actually making money. And that I think is a better shortcut than 4 years in school and learning a bunch of stuff that, isn't necessarily directly connected to the business that she already has. All right. So anyway, so there we go. So that's a play. That's one example. It's not as bad as I thought. I'm not going to do this. But if you wanted a blueprint on how to go and use gold, add it to your portfolio, you can set that up and make money from that.